Welcome back. Today we're going to take a second cut. Today we're going to take a quick look at the top 10 cryptocurrencies by market cap. We'll start with Bitcoin, followed by Ethereum, BNB, XRP, OKB, Cardano, Dogecoin, and we'll end with Polygon MATIC at number 10. Let's get straight into it. Bitcoin against USD. Okay, before we go to Bitcoin, I would like to go to Bitcoin dominance. So if you go to Bitcoin dominance, it looks like we are in some sort of a squeeze over here, right? I think this is a symmetrical triangle, and I think we're about to break higher for Bitcoin against. Bitcoin dominance, because so this will be Bitcoin against the world. I think Bitcoin dominance is going to increase as evidenced by this chart pattern, right? Of course, symmetrical triangles are bi-directional, right? But if the preceding trend is bullish, we will expect the subsequent trend, right, the following trend, to be a resumption of the previous trend, which is bullish. So I think a breakout is going to happen for Bitcoin towards the upside. So this breakout means that Bitcoin is going to either rise faster than everyone else, or it is going to fall slower than everyone else. Everyone else will be falling fast, but Bitcoin will be falling slower. So I think more likely than not, Bitcoin will probably be falling slower than everyone else. I'm not too sure, but if you look at the charts for Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin, okay, we've already hit the skinny pink line, which I don't really like, right? We actually broke through above the skinny pink line. We came back down, retested the skinny pink line. We're in some sort of a consolidation over here, and I feel like the direction could be down. I think the whales are looking to take out the lows here and the lows here. Potentially, I can't say for sure, but the skinny pink line is holding up pretty well at this point of time. So I'm not entirely sure how low we're going to correct, right? I'm gonna have to remove 28,000. But it feels like, if we were to ignore that this is a higher, it's actually a higher high. If we were to ignore this higher high, right, and assume that there is a very nice resistance line over here, right, then this whole thing is an inverse head and shoulders, right? And we probably will need a little bit more time to build the right shoulder over here. Once the right shoulder is done, I suspect that this will be the big reversal coming on for Bitcoin towards, okay. We have two targets towards the upside. Of course, first is 28,000. Then the next one is 38,000. So two targets for Bitcoin eventually, if and when we complete the inverse head and shoulders, right? So this will be a very nice trade towards the upside. Of course, we need to see the chart pattern first. So, excuse me. What's happening? This bottle is actually quite heavy. It's a glass bottle. 2 liters, which is about half a gallon. And yeah, before, previously, when I used a plastic bottle, right, I get chapped lips. And then once I switched to a glass bottle, my chapped lips were gone for some strange reason. I don't know what. Plastic, I don't know. Once I started using glass, no more chapped lips. Amazing. Fun fact of the day. Anyway, for Bitcoin against USDT, yeah, so here we are. We're not entirely sure yet. Is there a possibility that we collapse all the way back down? Yeah, sure, of course. Of course, we could collapse all the way back down. We could get mountain ranges, and we could still continue lower for Bitcoin. Again, the Bitcoin CME 9K gap is still at the back of our minds, and we are aware of that possibility happening. But if you were to ignore the gap over here and assume that this is just in theory, right, and this is the time when it is going to be invalidated, the Bitcoin CME gap theory totally invalidated, then yes, more likely than not, we're going to continue higher for Bitcoin, right? And we're going to complete the inverse head and shoulders. If this were to be the case, right? So again, we have to adapt to the markets and to the price movements. We are aware that a lot of buying and selling has been happening over here. Huge volume, very, very huge volume. It's difficult to tell whether if it's more selling, more buying, or it's difficult to tell. But yeah, this is very likely buying. Right? You must be aware that for every buyer, there's always a seller. Or for every seller, there's always a buyer. So whales have been buying up Bitcoin at these levels, right? From about 20K down to about 16K. Huge volumes have been built up. So I would anticipate that the whales are not going to allow Bitcoin to drop past it. So if Bitcoin were to drop any lower, I suspect the whales might shave off their position as Bitcoin continues lower, right? But yeah, for the moment, I'm not entirely sure what the what's going to happen for Bitcoin, right? If we just hang around here, then yes, we complete the right shoulder. If not, yeah, more likely than not, more downside, right? Moving on will be Ethereum. Ethereum against BTC. Here we are. For Ethereum, we still have 2 targets towards the downside, just as Bitcoin dominance is expected to see a spike towards the upside. So if Bitcoin dominance increases, all the other alt BTC pairs will probably see a drop, right? And for Ethereum, we will be expecting a drop to 0.06 first, and then potentially continuing towards 0.055. So I mean, there are no guarantees we're going to hit 0.05. If we could just hit 0.06, and after that we start coming back up. Absolutely possible. So we have to, I mean, if you're in a trade, if I were to go into a trade for Ethereum BTC, I'll be shaving off, excuse me, profit at 0.06. And then hopefully, if you were to drop any lower, we will shave off completely at 0.05. But of course, there's always the danger again that FBTC could be forming a wave C. A, B, C. We could be doing this for Ethereum. Absolutely possible. So yeah, of course, if and when we see the chart pattern appears, maybe we get again a descending triangle over here, maybe, and then we head lower for C. Yeah, but we need to see the chart pattern first. No chart pattern, no go. F against USDT. Yeah. So again, the same thing as well. You could see this as a mountain 1. We could get mountain 2, 3. Ethereum collapses. But at the same time, this could be an A, B, C, D. We could already be in the midst of a wave E, and then we could be breaking out. Absolutely possible. Yeah. So the moment we rise back up towards 3006, right? So we take out the right shoulder, then the entire bearishness of the chart pattern is gone. So if that happens, we will be switching bullish for Ethereum against USDT. This will mean that Ethereum is going to be preparing for a move, potentially to hit towards 10K. Potentially, right? But again, we are also aware of the danger that things could still drop lower. So you need to be very, very careful. Everybody wants to see a rally. Everybody wants to, hopes that Ethereum will do well, but we have to remain ruthlessly pragmatic and be aware that there's always danger lurking at every corner. So you need to be very, very careful. BNB, yes, BNB against BTC. Here we are for BNB. Okay, we're already under the skinny pink line. But one thing I like about BNB's move is that, excuse me, I just had my lunch. So yeah, it's digesting. This is good. Burping is good. Excuse me for that. So for BNB against BTC, lower highs, lower lows. Yeah, which is good. Which means that potentially we are forming a falling wedge, right? So falling wedges usually break higher, right? You can consider this, not exactly a high quality type of a bearish reversal or a mountain range of sorts. Not exactly. So I would expect BNB to potentially reverse back up. We're not exactly sure though. We're hoping that the support is going to hold. If the support doesn't hold, then potentially, yeah, left shoulder, hit, right shoulder, pump. We drop lower. Again, we're not too sure though. So we have to be very, very careful about calling, bullish continuation or bearish collapse. BNB is just uncertain, and we are very close to the support. So the expectation is a bounce off support. BNB against USDT. Here we are for BNB USDT. If you were to cut through and just disregard this move, right? And if you were to cut through, this is actually an ascending, right? Valley 1, Valley 2. I think we're getting a Valley number 3. Breakout! Yeah, potentially. So if we take out these highs, I will consider this as gone. Gone. We are probably heading for the right shoulder. So the moment we take out the highs of the right shoulder, right, this whole thing is gone. All the bearishness is gone. And yeah, more likely than not, a potential bullish reversal for BNB against USDT, right? A preparation for a new bullish trend, right? This whole thing, big inverse head and shoulders. this is gonna bring BNB to 1,000, maybe even 2,000. But of course, we need to see the chart pattern first. So again, we'll take things one step at a time. We're aware of the danger of forming a very nice support over here and the subsequent potential collapse towards 173 and then 122. Yeah, so the danger is still there. We're not really out of the woods yet. So be very careful about rushing into a trade too soon for BNB. XRP against BTC. Here we are for XRP BTC. We have been in a short-term, medium-term downtrend. But one thing good about this is that this is a falling channel, and falling channels usually break upwards. But the thing is, where is the bottom? Is this the bottom? I don't think so. I think we're going to take out all the lows over here, pump, as the whales pull the price lower. And then yeah, here's a little bit of a noisy area, so we'll probably find some support over here. And then yeah, maybe we bounce back higher, right? We get a very nice squeeze over here, and we continue higher for XRP BTC. Maybe. But of course, there's also the danger that we could hit all the way back down, right? And this whole thing could be an A, B, coming up for a C, D, E, and only do we break higher somewhere mid-year 2024, right, for XRP. That could happen as well. Not too sure, but we like what we see though. This is an accumulation zone, I'd say. But the accumulation zone is just too big. So yeah, we're not entirely sure if this is the low or not. Or if this is the low. We're not too sure. So we need time. We need time to tell us whether if it is the low or not. So for XRP against USDT, yeah, I'm still biased bearish. This is as bearish as it gets. Could we be wrong? Of course, we could break above the skinny pink line. We form an ascending triangle, value 1, value 2, value 3. We continue higher. This could happen as well, right? But again, this is as bearish as it gets. You know, this is like when I saw this mountain, I'm like, I think we're gonna, yeah. So we drop again. It's like, I think we're gonna, more likely than not. Of course, I could be wrong, but this is as bearish as it gets. So yeah, and but the thing is that we're following in a very controlled manner, right? And this is something like a falling channel, and falling channels usually break higher. So that's XRP for you. No, I'm not too confident. You know, even if I were to trade towards the short side, I'm not too confident about it, because I feel that, you know, if BTC starts reversing, XRP very likely is going to start reversing together with BTC, and this could, you know, very well be the low. Although I don't think so, I suspect that there could be some whale shenanigans here and there. We might break the skinny pink line, and we might still come back down and head towards targets first before the reversal. So yeah, be careful about going to a trade too soon. OKB, okay, OKB is one of those few coins which I am more confident than others to say that we actually have a target over here. And this was a target that we acquired on the 10th of January. Now it's already March. It's been 2 months, and we're expecting 0.0033 to hit because the bullish trend is so strong for OKB BTC. OKB USDT, same freaking thing. The trend is so strong. Can you see the trend? We're above the skinny pink line. We broke out of the symmetrical triangle, and the trend has already been established, and more upside is to be expected. Could there be deep retraces? Of course, but we're expecting $75 to be hit for OKB against USDT. We're super overbought, so a deep correction could be in the cuts. So you need to be very, very careful about going to a trade too soon for OKB. If it is for me, I would not be doing any trades for OKB, because there's just no break at all. It's just all the one straight line up. So yeah, you just don't know when the retrace, right, is going to come. So be careful about going to a trade too soon for OKB. Cardano, ADA against BTC. Here we are for ADA. We still have a target at 122, and we're expecting more downside for ADA BTC. But this is good. Why? Because this thing is going to become a very big ABCDE. ABCDE out. Ta-da! Super spike. But of course, there's also a danger that this could we could be accumulating all the way to 2028. Only then do we see a big spike. So there could still be a little bit more downside to come for ADA against BTC. ADA against USDT. Yeah, again, I have no targets for ADA USDT. We're not too sure of what the ADA whales are trying to do. Could we be in a reversal? Yes, we could be. Why would I say that? Okay, let me just pull this across, right? So this area is what you call a support. It was once a support, and it was knocked once, knocked twice, knock, we broke. After we broke, what happened? Yeah, we began to knock from under as well. Support once broken becomes resistance. So we began knocking the resistance. Knock once, knock twice, knock 3 times. It's only a matter of time before we break back up above the resistance. So my guess is ADA is in a reversal. Potentially, I can't say for sure. I don't see the chart pattern yet, but we are already knocking. Knocking on heaven's door. So that could be a reversal, not too far away. We are kind of closing into the skinny pink line, but again, I still can't say for sure if and when it is going to come, or whether if this is the low for ADA against USDT. I just can't say for sure. So yeah, be very, very careful about rushing into a trade for ADA, because it's just not too clear yet. Right, you can argue that we could become an inverse head and shoulders. Of course, sure. You can also argue that we might get an ascending here, right? Value 1, value 2, value 3. You can also make an argument that we could still, fall a bit lower. Of course, again, it's just unclear for the moment, right? ADA. I wish there was more clarity, but not at the moment. ADA against BTC, we still have downside 1222, right? So yeah, just a little bit more to go before we hit targets. Dogecoin against BTC. Here we are for Dogecoin. So for Dogecoin against BTC, yeah, look at this. We zipped up over here. What a nice rally that came. But we got slapped all the way back down to square one. We're already back to square one. Very sad, right? Normally when you see a break, right, you want to see some consolidation and continuation towards the upside. But there's just no continuation for Dogecoin at this point of time. So that's the thing about Dogecoin, is there's just no clear tradable chart patterns. There was a little bit of a tradability here, right? A symmetrical triangle over here, and then we broke out. After that, yeah, we just don't see anything for Dogecoin. Yeah, could we be taking out these lows potentially? How about these lows? Again, we're not too sure. We are not too sure. It's just very unclear at this point of time. I wish I could give you targets for Dogecoin, but it's just unclear, right? Dogecoin against USDT. Okay, we have some fears for Dogecoin USDT that we could be forming mountain ranges and we could be collapsing back down for Dogecoin against USDT, right? But again, we're just guessing at this point of time. Excuse me, I just can't see the chart pattern for Dogecoin. Not at this point of time. I mean, of course, if we complete mountain ranges over here, then of course, more likely than not, the direction is down. But we've been, slicing through above the skinny pink line once, twice, right, above the skinny pink line, 3 times, 4 times, and then here we are, right? Could we see the 6th time be the difference, right? We rise back up, and then maybe we get an ascending triangle over here. Value 1, value 2, value 3, break up higher for Dogecoin? Yes? No? I don't see it yet, so I can't call Dogecoin. So yeah, I gotta stay safe, right? MATIC against BTC. What's MATIC? MATIC against BTC. Here we are. We've already broken the resistance line, right? This is a value 1, value 2. A little bit of a consolidation. We break out. After that, we came back down for retest, and then we broke out again. Are we gonna retest it again before breaking higher? Yeah, but we have a target over here for MATIC at 10,980, and we're expecting more upside. We're actually expecting more upside for MATIC BTC. I don't think 10,900 is it, right? And yeah, we've already established a very nice. You can see this, right? This is another very clear resistance line that is to be broken up, and I think that we're also completing a potential symmetrical here, right? Potential breakout. So yeah, well, we're also falling in a very controlled manner, which I like. And we're still above the skinny pink line. Again, which I like. Which means that the bullish trend is still on for MATIC against BTC. Ever since we broke it over here, way back in July 2022, MATIC BTC never looked back. And the bullish trend was already established. So we're expecting more upside for MATIC BTC. MATIC USDT is, yeah, also above the skinny pink line. Yes, we're in a correction right now. My hope is that we stay above the skinny pink line. We don't come back down. We form a consolidation of sorts, and we continue higher for MATIC. Best case scenario. Absolute best case scenario. And then, yeah, we might consolidate and just keep going higher and higher and higher. But in terms of tradability, it is just not really that tradable in my opinion. Because over here we were like, okay, we hit the skinny pink line, we got slapped down right towards the support, right, and we were like, okay, could this be a head and shoulders? Nope. So the whales pushed the price higher, took out the skinny pink line, and so here we are. We're in a correction right now, which is good. This is just part and parcel of a bullish rally. So I think there could be continuation. Of course, barring the collapse of Bitcoin, right? I don't think so, but more likely than not, yeah, there could be continuation towards the upside for MATIC against USDT. At this point of time, we almost took out the highs over here, right? This is the left shoulder, hit, right shoulder when we collapsed. The moment you take out the right shoulder, right, we're very close to it. The moment you take out the right shoulder, that's it. All the bearishness is gone. We will consider this whole thing as invalidated. It's gone, and we will be switching full-on bullish for MATIC against USDT. But of course, we still need to see chart patterns before we make any moves, right? Our hope is that we stay above the skinny pink line and we don't come back down. Just up only. That's the hope. But yeah, again, we're traders. We just don't really care if it's up or down, as long as there's volatility, right? We need volatility. Volatility is the lifeblood of a trader, and when things are going sideways, there's just no trade to be had. So yeah, but even if there's volatility, it should be what you would call as tradable volatility. This is just very difficult. Times are very difficult at the moment. So yeah, we're keeping our gunpowder dry. Eventually, we're going to deploy it. Eventually, we are going to see volatility, but yeah, there could be more crawling and crabbing here and there. So we just got to be patient, right? As Warren Buffett said, the markets are the vehicle for transferring money from the impatient to the patient. So you want to be in the right group, which is the patient. All right, I guess that's it for today's top 10 cryptocurrencies by market cap. Hope you guys enjoyed it. See you in the next one. Ta-ta!